In the wide savanna, where the wind carried whispers from one hill to another, there lived a young antelope whose coat shimmered differently from the rest. While the others blended into the tall grasses, his markings caught the sunlight, and wherever he walked, he could not be ignored. His father, the old herd leader, loved him deeply and often kept him close, trusting him more than the others. But the savanna has its own laws. What shines too brightly often draws shadows. The young antelope began to dream, strange dreams that felt too real to ignore. In them, the grasses bent low before him, and the strong beasts of the land stood still as though acknowledging something greater. He did not understand the meaning, so he spoke freely, sharing what he saw. His brothers listened, and though they said little, something hardened inside them. One day, far from the watchful eyes of the herd, they surrounded him. There was no warning, no argument, only a quiet decision already made. They drove him toward a dry pit hidden among rocks and pushed him in. The sky became a small circle above him as dust settled around his trembling legs. He called out, but the wind carried his voice away. Not long after, travelers passed. Strange creatures who moved between lands, trading and carrying burdens across great distances. The brothers pulled the antelope from the pit, not to rescue him, but to sell him. And just like that, he was taken far from the only home he had known. In a distant land, where the paths were unfamiliar and the trees spoke a different language, he was placed under the care of a powerful elephant, a keeper of order and wealth. Though everything around him was strange, the antelope did not lose himself. He worked with quiet diligence, steady and faithful, never allowing bitterness to take root. And something followed him. Wherever he served, things flourished. The elephant noticed. Trust grew, responsibility followed. Soon, the antelope was placed over everything in the household. But peace in the savanna, or anywhere under the sun, is rarely permanent. The elephant's mate, sharp-eyed and restless, sought to trap him with words and desires he would not accept. When he refused, she twisted the story. Her voice carried weight, and truth was buried beneath accusation. The antelope was seized and cast into confinement, a place where the forgotten waited, where time moved slowly and hope faded like footprints in the wind. Yet even there, he remained unchanged. He listened. He helped. He understood. Two creatures came to that place, both troubled by dreams they could not escape. The antelope spoke to them, not guessing, but knowing. Time revealed that his words were true. One creature was restored, the other was lost. The one restored promised to remember him. But when freedom came, memory did not follow. Seasons passed. Then one day, the great lion who ruled that land was troubled. His sleep was disturbed by dreams that roared louder than thunder, yet none could explain them. The land held its breath as confusion spread, and suddenly the forgotten antelope was remembered. He was brought before the lion, not as a ruler, but as one called upon in a moment of need. He stood there, no longer in chains, yet not yet free. The lion watched him closely. The antelope listened to the dreams and spoke with calm certainty. He spoke of seasons, of abundance that would come like rain, and of hunger that would follow like drought. He spoke not only of what would happen, but of what must be done. The lion saw something rare, wisdom without pride, and in a single moment, everything changed. The antelope was lifted, from confinement to command, from forgotten to chosen. He was given authority over the land, entrusted with preparing for what was to come. And as the years of plenty arrived, he gathered and stored, watching carefully, knowing what others could not yet see. Then the famine came. It spread across lands, touching even the place he once called home. One day, among those who came seeking food were his brothers. Time had changed their faces, but not his memory. They stood before him, unaware of who he was, bowing as they asked for help, just as in the dreams. The antelope watched them. He did not rush. He tested their hearts, not to harm them, but to see if the years had changed what envy once controlled. And when he saw truth in them, when he saw humility where pride once stood, he could no longer hide. He revealed himself. Fear gripped them, but the antelope did not speak with anger. "What you meant for harm," he said quietly, "was turned into something greater. You sent me away, but I was being sent ahead." And in that moment, the past lost its power. He fed them. He restored them. He welcomed them. And the savannah remembered. For it is said, "The one cast into the pit may yet rise above the plains, for the path of hardship often leads to the place prepared long before the journey began."